Hello everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, former gubernatorial candidate Elliott Cutler made another court appearance for violating his bail 4 times in recent months.
We'll have the story coming up, plus a debate between Democrat Troy Jackson and Republican Bobby Charles took place last night. Both are vying to become Maine's next governor.
And Husson University hosted a blood drive on campus in collaboration with the Red Cross. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Janessa Bishop.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday morning. We'll have those stories and more coming up. But first, to check on the forecast. Got a little dusting of snow yesterday.
We did. It wasn't that much.
No big deal. The roads are a little wet this morning, so watch out for that. There could be a little ice out there, but it is a lot warmer this morning.
It is.
We're up in the 20s already,
Wow.
which is great.
It is.
Compared to the -0.
Yes.
And today looks like a pretty quiet day, just partly cloudy.
It does. Yeah. We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience a Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment. 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. A small craft advisory is posted until 7 p.m. this evening along the coast, as we will be watching for active surf throughout the region today, courtesy of some gusty winds. In the meantime, a little bit of snow developing this morning in some areas that will be tapering off as we do become partly cloudy today. As we do zoom things out, there's that little bit of energy right there, a bigger system to the south that will be leaving us alone, and we will be on the dry side for us today. Here's Futurecast. Again, this will all be getting out of here, and again, we're looking nice today, and even later on tonight, not looking too bad either. The clouds really getting out of here, and even for tomorrow, again, not looking too bad, just some clouds, and that's about it. Some gusty winds today reaching up to about 20 miles per hour. The winds backing off a bit overnight, and even for tomorrow, not looking too bad. The hourly forecast moving forward. Here we go. A partly cloudy sky, temperature is in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. We'll see you a little later on. Well, first this morning, former gubernatorial candidate Elliott Cutler could spend years in prison. He was back in court on Wednesday, accused of violating his bail 4 times in recent months. He's now facing motions to have his bail revoked. There were 3 total motions to revoke bail, all of which were filed in February, as well as a motion to revoke Cutler's probation. Cutler's attorney entered denials across the board for all the motions. Those motions stem from allegations that Cutler has violated his probation on multiple occasions, most recently when Maine State Police say they encountered him at a South Portland hotel and allegedly found him in possession of pornography. A district attorney requested that Cutler be imprisoned for another 39 months for violating his probation. A judge is expected to rule on that when he returns to court on April 8th. In the meantime, Cutler is being held without bail and expected to be transported up to the Hancock County Jail.
Well, meanwhile, closing arguments are expected today in Gary Brinson's murder trial in Bangor. He's accused of killing his friend following a night of heavy drinking in December of 2024. During Wednesday's testimony, the jury heard from police who responded to the crime scene at a Union Street apartment in Bangor. And according to the Bangor Daily News, they also heard police interviews with Brinson, who said he can't remember the fight with 64-year-old Lee Riona. He said he had slapped his friend earlier in the day after Riona stole something from him, but he doesn't remember anything about stabbing him. Both sides wrapped up their case on Wednesday, and the closing arguments are expected to be presented this morning.
An Augusta man named a suspect in a 2024 death investigation made a court appearance in Knox County Superior Court yesterday in preparation for his trial that is set for next week. Jason Hewitt is charged with manslaughter in the death of 45-year-old Kyle McDougal of Waldoboro in July of 2024 in Cushing. Hewitt's pretrial and pre-jury motions were heard. Jury selection will begin Monday morning, and witnesses will be called later next week.
President Trump's lengthy State of the Union address focused largely on the economy, but also recognized members of the military for their heroic acts. However, the intense polarization we are seeing across the country was also on full display at the speech, but also evident as some members of Congress chose not to attend. That included most of Maine's delegation. Senator Susan Collins did attend the speech. We spoke with her about why she chose to do so.
I've always recognized it as a time when we can hear from the president of our country and understand what his priorities are, join in recognizing some outstanding Americans as we did last night. And I think that's important no matter what.
Meanwhile, two gubernatorial candidates engaged in a spirited debate last night. Our Callie Warren takes us to the debate between Democrat Troy Jackson and Republican Bobby Charles.
So, the first question.
Two gubernatorial frontrunners took each other on in a Wednesday night debate. Republican Bobby Charles.
I will cut taxes in this state, property taxes and income taxes. I will get the drug traffickers out of this state within 24 months. I will bring good addiction services into this state, and I will put our schools back on track.
And Democrat Troy Jackson.
We need to have quality, affordable nursing home care for elderly people. We need to have quality, affordable health care for children. I mean, this is something that's a priority, and I believe property tax reform and housing are things that, you know, are a really big deal for me.
The Blaine House hopefuls debated several controversial topics, including law enforcement, immigration, addiction, and affordability. While the disagreement between the two was often palpable.
So let me say, Troy is living down to all the expectations I had for him. This is literally just a mudsling. Ditto, yeah, this is a mudsling.
The candidates' closing arguments reflected a hope for overall political unity as primary polls draw closer.
We do have a great state. Yes, we have problems, but we can overcome these problems. We can, but we can't whenever we're divided like I think Bobby is doing right now. There's just no way. We have to come together.
But we're all Mainers, okay, at the end of the day. And I've spent a lot of time in the northern part of the state, and he's spent a lot of time in the southern part of the state, a lot of time in Augusta. My guess is we could probably agree on some things if we sat down and tried to do it, and that is what a governor needs to do.
The full debate was live streamed on Jackson's campaign YouTube channel. We'll have a link on our website, foxbangor.com. Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, former Speaker of the House and Democratic candidate for governor Hannah Pingree has announced she has gathered enough signatures for Maine's gubernatorial race. Pingree was joined by supporters, volunteers, and local leaders at the state capitol yesterday as she delivered the required 2,000 signatures to the Secretary of State's office. She has been on the campaign trail for the last 8 months and collected over 3,000 signatures from registered Maine voters across 140 towns. Pingree recently rolled out a comprehensive health care plan that aims to make care more affordable, accessible, and accountable for Maine families.
I think the next governor needs to go big on issues like health care affordability and housing. We're a state in which young people want to stay in the state of Maine, but they can't afford to buy a house. They're looking for better paying jobs, and the next governor needs to know how to deliver.
Dr. Nirav Shah was the first Democratic candidate for governor to announce reaching this milestone. Republican candidate Robert Wessels also announced he submitted the required 2,000 signatures earlier this month. The deadline to turn in Democratic and Republican ballot petitions is March 16th.
Two organizations held a vigil in remembrance of a man who died while protesting U.S. support for the Gaza war. Activists hope to spread awareness to the community. Yesterday, the Maine chapter of Veterans for Peace and the Peace and Justice Center of Eastern Maine held a vigil on State Street in Bangor in remembrance of Aaron Bushnell. The day marked the second anniversary of his death. Bushnell set himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C. in protest of U.S. support for the Israel in the Gaza war. Activists say while they don't advocate for self-immolation, they want to recognize his loss.
The United States government has led us into a lot of wars, all right? And people that just take whatever the government is saying at face value and don't step back and go, why are we actually doing this? Who does this benefit? It takes a community, it takes this type of pressure to make an impact.
Toothaker says the community appreciates activism, knowing that they are not alone in their concerns. He says it's important to raise awareness in an election year because it's a great time for citizens to make a difference. The time now is 6:10. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a library in Unity has more than just books. We'll check out the Library of Things coming up.
Yeah, but first, to check the forecast. Today will be a partly cloudy day with highs near 34 degrees. Mostly clear tonight with lows dropping down to the single digits. Partly cloudy tomorrow, highs right around freezing. We'll be right back.
Whether you can pinpoint the problem or can't quite put your finger on it, the friendly professionals from Coastal Auto Parts can help point you in the right direction. With Maine's largest network of parts, you can trust your vehicle will have what it needs to get you to the moments that matter most. Because Napa knows the keys to a winning team. With 30 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts helps keep our communities running with quality parts and helpful people. That's Napa know-how. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
What matters more? A bank with innovative products or one that cares for the community? At Bangor Savings Bank, we think it's both because our innovation helps customers build stronger credit, earn rewards when shopping local, give teens independence and financial experience, and simplify business with local solutions. So what matters more? You.
Family Feud asks, what were they thinking?
You had an open casket funeral. You noticed the deceased pants were unzipped. What you gonna do? Unzip pants. Funeral.
I would write a note.
You want him to read it?
Thinking about fun? Watch Family Feud.
Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Advocates are urging Maine lawmakers to support a bill that aims to safeguard access to reproductive and related care in Maine. But these efforts to increase funding for organizations like Planned Parenthood are drawing scrutiny from Republicans. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
Reproductive health advocates are pushing for a bill that would secure $5 million in yearly state funding to support family planning services.
This bill is our opportunity and indeed our obligation to continue to defend and protect access to critical health care.
The Health and Human Services Committee heard public testimony on LD 335, which aims to sustain Maine's reproductive health services, protect patient access, and combat federal funding threats.
If we lose these healthcare providers, we lose preventative care that keeps Mainers healthy.
Maine Family Planning was recently forced to close primary care practices in Ellsworth, Presque Isle, and Holton due to cuts in Medicaid funding on the federal level. The bill's sponsor, Representative Amy Kuhn, says the funds she is seeking will not pay for abortions, but will ensure other services like cancer screenings and wellness exams are protected.
If health centers close, many of our most vulnerable constituents will have nowhere else to go, in part because these providers do not turn anyone away, regardless of insurance or ability to pay.
Some Republicans argued the funding should be used to address other critical needs.
That $5 million could really be used for other services that we desperately need in Maine. We need it to fund our veterans' homes. We need to fund our nursing homes.
However, advocates emphasize the funding is also vital for increasing staffing levels to address the HIV outbreak in Penobscot County, as Maine Family Planning has conducted over 400 HIV tests in Bangor alone.
We are a very small team attempting to address a massive public health crisis. As providers, we need more support and more resources to ensure the health of our state.
In Augusta, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A report on Maine's waste generation was a focus in the State House yesterday, with representatives saying a change needs to be made soon. Wednesday, the Committee on Environment and Natural Resources discussed a report on Maine's waste generation and disposal capacity for 2023 and 2024. The report found that the state is producing more waste than there is room for, and the state needs to consider other options for disposal.
We are relying on 2 landfills to handle 2/3 of Maine's waste. So I want that to really sink in, because we're relying on 2 facilities to handle all the waste for the state. And I think the key thing we need to think about is maybe we need to diversify, maybe we need to build in some more redundancies, because if any of these entities shut down, then what?
Miller says she wants the committee to consider shortening the waste license process and investing in new technology and infrastructure when discussing alternative waste disposal options for the state. The committee voted unanimously to move the proposal forward as a bill to be reviewed next week.
Students at Husson University did their part to add to the blood donation stock for the Red Cross with their spring blood drive. Husson radio station WHSN sponsors 2 drives each year, one in the fall semester and then one in the spring. Plenty of students showed up to donate. WHSN's manager says these drives are a great way to get students thinking about giving back to their community and making them lifelong donors.
If we can get them to donate as a freshman, they come back their second semester of their freshman year, they come back in their sophomore year, their junior year, and they start recruiting friends. And we hope that this continues so that they start going to their local blood donor center. If they go home for the summer, if they're not from the Bangor area, find where your Red Cross is and donate there.
Well, Nason says they know they are making a difference in the community, and to date they've collected over 900 units of blood. What a great thing to do.
It is. The time now is 6:16. After the break, Cuba's government announcing on state TV that its soldiers fired on a U.S. speedboat. We'll have more on that ahead.
Plus, the historic blizzard has left neighborhoods without power and no signs of plowing in some places. Those stories and more coming up on Good Morning Maine.
Dad, do you ever, splurge?
Hannaford brands for teen-tested quality and dad-approved value. Hannaford. Oh, good. All for good.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
The road to the Oscars comes through.
Good morning, America.
With Oscar nominees Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler right here.
Yes, sir.
And this morning, it's John Hamm Live.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This week, only on Tell 'em, Michael.
Good morning, America.
Downey's Community Hospital and Calais Community Hospital are wishing the Machias boys basketball team the best of luck at the state championships. Your hard work, heart, and teamwork have made us all proud. Go Bulldogs. Bring home that title.
Hannah's gonna be here in 20 minutes? I can't make anything in 20 minutes.
Time savers. Just sizzle, then serve.
Thank you.
Tasty meals and easy evenings. Hannaford, all for good.
After the historic blizzard that dropped 40 inches of snow in parts of New England, some streets are still not plowed, some homes are still without power, and emergency rescues are anything but simple.
Here's ABC's Hannah Battah.
This morning, some people in the Northeast are heading back to work and school for the first time since that record-breaking blizzard that dumped more than 3 feet of snow. In New Jersey, the roof of this ice skating rink partially collapsing. In Massachusetts, fire crews battling the elements after this home explosion.
Fire hydrants were an issue, so another reminder to people to clean their fire hydrants. We had our police officers digging out the fire hydrant when they got here.
The mother and her 2-year-old daughter were seriously injured. Authorities say it may have been a gas explosion. In Philadelphia, video shows a man getting hit by a wall of snow from a passing plow while he was shoveling.
It kind of jarred me, threw me into the car that was kind of next to me, which is right behind us. If that wasn't there, I probably would have fell down.
He believes it may not have been accidental, but decided not to file a police report. Several people have died as a result of the storm, including at least 5 on Long Island, New York, all linked to heart issues while shoveling. A shoveling-related death is also reported in Rhode Island. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
I'll say it again, we really dodged a bullet there.
Yes, we really did. Now let's get a full look at our forecast with meteorologist Stephen Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience a Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already, that small craft advisory is posted until 7 p.m. this evening along the coast as we're watching for some active surf along the coast, and that surf is starting to pick up, just 3 to 4 foot wave heights. There it is right there, and farther off towards the north and east, you can see by the contours it is picking up, and farther out towards sea, 6, 7, even up to 9 feet being observed right now in those areas. Meanwhile, on land, just a little bit of snow being observed this morning, tracking from the southwest and going toward the north and east. This will be getting out of here, and we'll have a mixture of clouds and sunshine in our backyard as we do move forward. Today, as we do zoom things out, there's that little bit of energy right there. Bigger system to the south. This will be leaving us alone, and we will be looking nice as we do move forward over the next few days, counting today. But then as we do move forward in time, especially as we head towards Saturday afternoon, a mixture of rain and snow on the way. Accumulations very minimal, if anything at best, but just something to note as we do move forward. Isobars, will be stacked as well, so you may notice that as we do move forward. So otherwise for today, again, not looking too bad. We'll be in the middle 30s under a partly cloudy sky. It will be breezy as well, with that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Overnight, okay, 3 degrees under a mostly clear sky. The winds will be backing off. They will be out of the northwest at about 5 miles per hour. And then we move ahead towards your Friday. Not too bad. Lower 30s under a partly cloudy sky. The winds not too bad either. They will be out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out that extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Rain and snow chances for your Saturday, with highs in the low 40s and then upper 20s for your Sunday, with a chance for snow showers. Mostly sunny for your Monday, with highs in the low 20s.
Want to save $1,000? Switch to Spectrum and we guarantee you will. Seriously, you can hold us to it. Switch to Spectrum fiber-powered internet and 2 mobile lines for just $30 a month each. That's $1,000 in real savings in your first year, guaranteed. Or we'll cover the difference. We call it the Spectrum Savings Guarantee. So call this number now, switch, and save $1,000 on internet and mobile. It's a guaranteed no-brainer.
The Sylvia Ross Home in Bangor provides 5 professional levels of care and support for residents. We have access to a registered nurse on campus 24/7. Our weekly entertainment consists of a variety of live musical performances and bingo games twice a week. Our on-site beauty salon is available with a professional stylist, and we have 2 libraries that offer computers and Wi-Fi. Sylvia Ross Home is a warm, welcoming community. Please join us anytime for a tour and lunch.
Are you experiencing foot pain? Comfort Shoes & More has a team of experts trained in podorthics to help you find relief. They offer tailored fittings, shoe modifications, customized orthotics, and much more for the ordinary or the hard-to-fit foot. Discover the latest in functional and fashionable footwear for men and women from today's top brands: Hoka, Brooks, Keen, Merrell, and Ariat. From running to walking, casual or dress, they have it all. Take the drive to Newport for a sit-and fit to find your perfect fit. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Most business problems start with one thing: unreliable technology. Digital Brains monitors, protects, and maintains your entire IT environment, keeping everything running flawlessly. When your technology works for you, your business starts thriving. Faster service, happier clients, more productivity, less stress. Clients don't wait, neither should you. Contact Digital Brains today for your free technology assessment. Digital Brains, we help people feel free.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Now to the latest on the deadly gun battle involving a U.S. registered boat and Cuban troops off the coast of Cuba. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with more.
con fines terroristas.
Overnight, Cuba's government announcing on state TV that its soldiers opened fire on a U.S. speedboat it claims violated its territorial waters. 4 people died in the shooting, 6 others were injured. Cuban officials say the passengers were Cuban residents of the United States and claim the men were armed and trying to, quote, carry out an infiltration for terrorist purposes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says U.S. authorities are now investigating.
The majority of the facts being publicly reported are those by the information provided by the Cubans. We will verify that independently, and as we gather more information, then we'll be prepared to respond accordingly.
Cuban officials say the U.S. boat came within 1 nautical mile of the El Pino Channel. As a Cuban border guard boat approached, the U.S. boat reportedly opened fire, wounding the Cuban commander. Cuban troops then returned fire.
First of all, we can't trust anything that the Cubans say. If the Cubans say that the U.S. boat fired first on the Cuban boat, hard to believe that, but we need to wait and see how close they were actually, and that will determine how big a deal this actually becomes.
The New York Times reporting the speedboat was trying to get relatives out of Cuba. The shooting comes as Cuba deals with a full-blown energy crisis amid a U.S. blockade of oil shipments. U.S.-Cuba relations have been on a knife's edge following the U.S. ouster of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, Cuba's main energy ally.
And U.S. law enforcement confirms the American boat was stolen from the Florida Keys and is registered to a Miami man born in Cuba. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Meanwhile, video released shows Kharkiv rescuers extinguishing fires and searching through rubble at a site of destruction after what Ukrainian officials say were Russian missile and drone attacks. At least 14 people were injured in the Kharkiv region, including a 7-year-old boy. The governor said on Telegram that the city itself has been attacked by 2 missiles and 17 drones. Ukrainian officials reported that Russian missile and drone attacks on Wednesday night damaged residential buildings and injured around 20 people in the eastern and southern regions. Ballistic and cruise missiles were also directed at Kiev in the east region of the country.
New calls for a Texas congressman to resign over accusations he had an affair with a member of his staff. And now that staffer's husband is speaking out. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
This morning, a growing number of Republicans calling for Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez to step down amid allegations he had an affair with his staffer.
I think he should do the right thing and resign.
Gonzalez, who will face voters in next week's primary, denies any allegations of an affair. But Florida Republican Anna Paulina Luna is urging him to drop out. She's considering forcing a House vote to formally censure him. Gonzalez faces an avalanche of criticism after his congressional aide, 35-year-old Regina Santos Aviles, died by suicide in September. Her widower provided ABC News with text messages appearing to show Gonzalez pursuing a relationship with her more than a year before her death. In a series of texts from May 2024, Gonzalez, a married father of 6, asks Santos Aviles for photos, requesting a, quote, sexy pic. She's hesitant at first, but Gonzalez continues to ask her about her sexual preferences, to which she replies, "This is going too far, boss." Her widower spoke with CNN last night.
This is real. This is the person that he is. He lied to everybody about it. And, you know, I put it out there for everybody to see.
Gonzalez had this to say when pressed about the accuracy of the text messages.
I'm not going to resign. I work every day for the people of Texas.
House Speaker Mike Johnson calls the allegations alarming, but says the matter will play out in next week's primary when voters get to decide.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Coming up on the second half of the newscast, the future of music is looking a little different.
We'll learn about music and AI as Good Morning Maine continues.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The Button, only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
Do you own a business or nonprofit in the state of Maine? Annual reports can now be filed online. All business and nonprofit entities on file with the Secretary of State's office must file an annual report to maintain a good standing status. The annual filing deadline is June 1. Questions? Contact the Corporations Division at 207-624-7752 or cec.corporations@maine.gov. Brought to you by this station, the Maine Association of Broadcasters, and the Office of the Secretary of State.
It's time for you to stand up on your own 2 feet. You have 4 children.
Her ex always paid up.
This man, who's not the father of your children, was supporting you.
We were engaged and it was an agreement.
So what?
Then
It didn't work out. He moved out. You don't like each other anymore?
No.
Great.
was it payback time for her?
Did you call Child Protective Services on him?
Yes, I called the caseworker.
Next, Judge Judy.
Thursday at 5 on ABC 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is Thursday, February 26, 2026. It's also Levi Strauss Day.
This is a day dedicated to the founder of the jeans brand that we all love. It was on this date in 1829 that Levi Strauss was born in the Kingdom of Bavaria. When he was 18, he moved to the U.S. with his family and opened a dry goods company in San Francisco that eventually sold blue jeans that were made tough with copper rivets. The company now sells more than 1.25 million pairs of jeans each year in countries all around the world.
You know, I think that might have been billion, too. I might have wrote that wrong. But
it probably
they're like
is.
the biggest jeans manufacturer around.
So popular.
Yeah, it started off too. Levi's, he was selling all kinds of things, home goods, things like that. And some guy came up there and he says, "Hey, I've got this idea for denim and everything." And they used rivets that made things stronger. Put the rivets on the pockets so they wouldn't rip. And Levi went there, got the patent, and the rest is history. And it turned into one of the biggest companies in the world.
They sure are, yes.
So happy birthday, Levi. All right, time for some more history. It was on this date back in 1919. President Woodrow Wilson signed an act making the Grand Canyon a national park. In 1930, New York City installed its very first traffic lights. In 1952, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill announced that his nation had also developed its first atomic bomb. And in 1974 on this date, Nike received a patent for its waffle-soled sneakers. University of Oregon track coach Bill Bowerman and Phil Knight, one of his runners, were unsatisfied with available running footwear at the time, so they decided to create their own. Bowerman decided to use an actual waffle iron to create a shoe that would grip artificial tracks without spikes.
Oh, that's so interesting.
How about that? I think he got the idea eating breakfast one day.
Yeah.
And
that shape of shoe right now is actually coming back.
Is it really?
Yeah, I have shoes that look almost identical to that. So
that one I bet is
funny.
worth a lot of money
I'm sure
now,
it is.
so.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And in 1983, Michael Jackson's album Thriller hit #1 on the charts and spent 37 weeks on top. In 1993, a truck bomb built by Islamic extremists exploded in a parking garage beneath the World Trade Center. 6 people were killed in the blast and another 1,000 were injured. However, the North Tower failed to topple. It remained there until the September 11th attacks 8 years later. And in 1998, a jury in Texas rejected a lawsuit brought by Texas cattlemen against talk show host Oprah Winfrey. They had blamed her for a fall in prices after a segment on food safety. That included a discussion about mad cow disease.
All right, for birthdays today, they include singer Michael Bolton, who is 73 today. Actress Teresa Palmer is 40. And this is also the birthday of the Man in Black. Johnny Cash was born on this date in Arkansas in 1932. And he lived until 2003. Happy birthday to you also if your birthday is today. Johnny Cash, one of my all-time favorites.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
We'll turn things over to meteorologist Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Janessa. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience the Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Alrighty, here we go. A small craft advisory is posted until 7 p.m. this evening along the coast, as we will be watching for active surf throughout the region today, courtesy of some gusty winds. In the meantime, a little bit of snow developing this morning in some areas that will be tapering off as we do become partly cloudy today. As we do zoom things out, there's that little bit of energy right there, a bigger system to the south that will be leaving us alone, and we will be on the dry side for us today. Here's Futurecast. Again, this will all be getting out of here. And again, we're looking nice today, and even later on tonight, not looking too bad either. The clouds really getting out of here. And even for tomorrow, again, not looking too bad, just some clouds, and that's about it. Some gusty winds today reaching up to about 20 miles per hour. The winds backing off a bit overnight, and even for tomorrow, not looking too bad. The hourly forecast moving forward. Here we go. A partly cloudy sky, temperature is in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Janessa.
Thank you, Devin. A library in Unity is launching something that provides its people with more than just a good book.
Our Doug Banks with that story.
At the Unity Public Library, there's things you can check out that can't be found within the pages of one of its approximately 12,000 books, like an iron, a ukulele, or snowshoes. It's called a library of things.
Many libraries are doing it.
It works just like any book off the shelf.
We put a barcode on the thing, librarian checks it out, it goes out the door, we know exactly where it is. If it's overdue, we send you a little email. You can search for those things in the catalog that's at our website.
With around 30 items, Unity's Library of Things is currently in its
very beginning stages.
But a newly built storage shed will be put out back in May, which will hopefully change things.
It's at that time when we'll start really gathering by donation and purchase.
By then, they hope to have around 500 items, ranging from can openers to walkie-talkies and more essential things.
Power outage is certainly a reality here, and we've seen other libraries of things that really cater to that in more disaster-prone areas.
When Unity College closed its campus during the pandemic, it took with it the only library in town. But when Unity Public Library opened 2 years later, it suddenly became a bookworms hub for around 6,000 people across 6 towns. Now they're looking to provide more than just a good read.
We're not a wealthy area with a huge tax base. Giving people something that they can use and borrow instead of having to buy seems like a very valuable service to our area. We're all about figuring out how can the library be the most useful to our people.
In Unity, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
What a neat concept.
Yeah.
Still to come here this morning, Max Sturm with sports.
Don't go away.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
We've got a 100-year-old company here, and it's because of the service, the quality, and the experience. It gets done right.
I think we've been doing it for so long. The only thing that we do, that when we walk into a room, we automatically know how to treat that window. We can take any product that the customer's looking for and make it work in just about any situation that they present us with. So
There's no reason to be overwhelmed. We can help you through it.
We're not going anywhere. We've been around for 100 years.
A sharp pain in his chest. He knew it was his heart, but 2 hours from the big city hospital could tragically mean the end. But it wasn't. Thanks to Senator Susan Collins' tireless fight for Maine's rural hospitals. Because of Senator Collins' work, his local hospital had recently received up-to-date diagnostic equipment and upgraded facilities, all paid for with new federal funding. Lives are being saved. Call and thank our Senator Susan Collins for delivering this lifeline for Maine.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are paramount.
ABC 7 and Fox 22's Jack Webb named Maine's Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Welcome back in, everyone. The Hampden Academy girls basketball team has fought their way back to the state title game. I caught up with the Broncos to talk about their postseason run thus far.
Ask any athlete at any level about the following days and months after a title game loss, and more than likely, they'll tell you it lingers for a very long time. For the Hampden Academy girls basketball team, they know the feeling all too well.
We remembered how it felt last year, motivated us even more to work towards it every single day because we knew we had a common goal in mind of getting back to this game and winning it.
We wanted it more, and I feel like last year we were just happy that we got there, and this year we knew we could get there. We just needed to work harder than we did last time.
The Broncos fell in last year's Class A state title game to Mount Ararat. The two teams both played in the North Bracket in 2026. And the Broncos avenged their loss with a thrilling victory in the regional title game.
It just felt so good because of how we lost them in the state game last year.
Our defense collectively was just off the charts. You don't see that in Class A, that low of scoring game.
I think that game was very special too because we worked together as a team. We were getting the right shots, and just being able to share the ball and know that you can't stop one person on this team because everybody can do what their role is.
Riding high off the revenge tour, only one team stands in the way of the Broncos and a Class A state title, the Cheverus Stags. Head coach Nick Winchester knows what the matchup entails, but is confident his girls are prepared.
It wasn't that long ago we were in AA. We got the experience of playing them, understanding their style, how they want to play. The reality is that I think what we learned from Camden Hills and Mount Ararat are applicable to this game.
A win this Saturday would mean so much not only to the players, but to the community as a whole.
I think the celebration of a gold ball or a state championship would be shared amongst all of the members of the program over the last years. We've had a lot of people that have helped us build it to this point, be part of this whole thing, and so I think it would be great for the community.
Hampden will face Cheverus on Saturday at 6 p.m. In Bangor, Max Sturm, ABC 7 and Fox 22 Sports.
That should be a fantastic title game on Saturday. Now, the Maine men's hockey team came up big with a result this past weekend during their regular season series at Alfond Arena. The Black Bears swept the Merrimack Warriors, scoring 5 goals in each game to secure a 6-point weekend. Maine now sits at 6th in the Hockey East standings, just 2 points behind Northeastern and UMass, who are tied for 4th. The Black Bears will take on those Northeastern Huskies on Friday in Portland and then Saturday in Lowell, due to the current construction being done to the Northeastern's arena. And the team understands how important it is to come away with points from this series.
Obviously, it's down the stretch. Obviously, 3 games left is playoffs from here on out, and I think we control our destiny. Honestly, the standings are so tight right now, and any points can go either way, and you can drop, you could go up. So. Obviously, it's a big weekend for us ahead, and just keep looking to build on our game and build. The last 2 weekends, I thought we really been playing our way, and obviously last weekend got the results we wanted.
We stay in the Alfond now, where the Maine women hosted Merrimack for a Hockey East tournament battle. Number 10 Merrimack paying the 7-seeded Black Bears a visit. We'll go ahead and pick this one up in the second. Maine up 2-0, looking to add on. Puck is fired at the net, and Lily Fetch is there in front of the crease to tip it in as Maine takes a 3-0 lead. Other end now, Merrimack on the power play, looking to claw back. The Warriors end up getting a clean look from the point. The save is made, but the loose puck is quickly scooped up by the Black Bears, and they are heading the other way. It's Kendall Sunby and Gracie Hansen on the 2-on-1. Sunby feeds Hansen, who fires it, but the save is made. But later in the second, Black Bears circling it around, puck is fired, and Reagan Worm is there to clean it up and make it 4-0 Maine. That score would stand, and Maine moves on to the next round. We head to Boston now, where the newly minted gold medalist Jeremy Swayman and Charlie McAvoy return to the team after playing for Team USA in the Olympics. The team attended the State of the Union on Tuesday night after partying in Miami on Monday night. Swayman may have ridden the bench outside of one game in this qualifying round, but he still enjoyed the experience and being a part of the team who won their first gold medal since 1980 in the Miracle on Ice. He talked about the feeling of winning gold.
It's incredible. It's starting to sink in now, the reaction that we've gotten from people in the U.S. the second we landed down, and just the outreach of family, a childhood dream come true, and the group that we did it with especially. The way we did it, it's an unbelievable feeling, an incredible feeling that we'll cherish forever.
That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid...
Finish this bucket on your own.
Enjoy your new car.
Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease an all-wheel drive Hyundai Tucson SE for $239 a month, or get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
Bring your new kitchen to life with help from the Kitchen, Bath, and Flooring Division by Hammond Lumber Company. Bring in your ideas or get inspired by Hammond's extensive showroom displays. Your Hammond sales rep will help you create a materials list and cost estimate, and Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Your new kitchen begins when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Every year, communities recognize outstanding service with the Spirit of America Foundation Tribute. Do you know a local person or group that goes above and beyond for others? Nominate them today by contacting a select person, city, or town councilor. Help honor those who make a difference where you live. For more information, visit spiritofamerica.website.
See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid...
Finish this bucket on your own.
Enjoy your new car.
Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease a Hyundai Elantra SE for $189 a month, or get 3.99% APR for 60 months. Hurry in.
Welcome back, everyone. Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood.
Here's ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
We must find the owner of this glove.
You sound as if you have been made a new man.
The second half of Bridgerton Season 4 just arrived on Netflix, and fans of the Bridgerton book series are anticipating one very steamy scene between the characters of Benedict and Sophie. But Luke Thompson, who plays Benedict, tells ABC News Radio there wasn't any pressure.
Bridgerton is absolutely a show that wants to meet the fans where they are, but is also a show that's trying to surprise people as well and bring people where they don't expect.
I feel like something's coming. I think we all know what's coming.
Is there trouble in Salt Lake City? A new trailer for Hulu's Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Season 4 shows the ladies struggling with the demands of their newfound stardom. The hit reality series returns March 12th on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Do you think we're a good team?
Of course. Another box office milestone for Zootopia 2. The Disney animated film is now officially the highest grossing domestic movie release of 2025, taking in over $424 million. Disney is the parent company of ABC News. And Grammy-winning singer Michael Bolton is turning 73 today. That's what's happening in Hollywood. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News.
You're a big Michael Bolton fan now, right?
Now I am,
Yeah.
yes. I learned all about him this morning. Now to an issue facing more parents these days. Young children, long before they hit their teen years, are asking to wear makeup.
ABC's Hannah Battah has that story.
This morning, the debate over how young is too young for makeup. According to the Wall Street Journal, cosmetic companies are increasingly marketing their products to children born after 2010. But it's not just young teenagers turning to makeup, it's kids, 6 years old or younger.
These kids are growing up watching Get Ready With Me videos, skincare routines, and Sephora hauls on YouTube and TikTok. And of course, they see their mothers, older siblings, influencers, and mimicry is developmentally normal at this age.
Brands such as Clean Naturals, which sells low pigment makeup aimed at children between 5 and 7 years old, says they've seen significant growth since 2024. And skincare company Ever Eden, which markets moisturizers and other skincare products for kids as young as 3, reported about $100 million in annual sales.
For some families, it really is framed as dress up, self-expression, or even bonding time, but many experts are worried about that appearance obsession, anti-aging messaging trickling down.
As for skincare routines, while manufacturers insist their products prioritize safety and wellness over anti-aging, many medical experts and parents worry early exposure to skincare regimens could foster a premature obsession with physical appearance.
Ask your kids, why do they want this makeup? What do they like about it? Is it just to be creative, or is it something deeper? Is it tied to their self-worth? And then you have to also set boundaries. Decide, if this is something that is special occasions only, or if you're going to let your child wear it daily, or if it's something that just happens during playtime at home.
Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
How old were you when you started wearing makeup?
I want to say
Yeah.
late middle school.
Yeah.
So definitely not as early as some of the girls in that video look, but it's my mom was pretty strict about it for a little while.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense too.
Yes.
There's plenty of time for that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I was 22 when I started wearing makeup.
For the news.
For the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad taught me how.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. What are we doing now?
Your line is
Oh, we
there.
got another one. There we go. Oh, I have to read more.
Yeah, you do.
All right, here we go. One, when a new song comes across your playlist, do you think you could tell it if it was generated with artificial intelligence?
While industry experts say it's hard to do, many say a lot of music lovers don't want the authenticity humans can bring to songs to be lost to technology. This is up-and-coming recording artists and instrumentalists look to catch their break, learn how to maintain control over their creations in the digital age.
Fox News' Chris DeMeo
Mayo.
reports. Couldn't see the end of it there.
Are my students afraid of AI? Absolutely. And not just mine.
While more songs nowadays are being generated with artificial intelligence software, a growing number of artists and industry experts are questioning what it could mean for the future of music.
With this AI platforms, you can prompt a song with 3 words, which begs the question, does that make you a music maker? And I always do that exercise with my students.
Jorge Costa is an assistant professor of studio engineering and recording at Arizona State University and spends a lot of time discussing AI use with his students.
The first class, I asked them for a few words, and we make a song. And you play it, and it's quite impressive. And I follow that up with the question, do you guys feel like music makers now? Do you feel like songwriters, like producers, like artists? They always look confused for a second, and then thankfully, they all say no.
While Professor Costa says opinions may vary,
from the original melody, right? So it's very true to the original.
He advocates for transparency surrounding AI use and for keeping people at the center of music creation.
If, as music makers, we make a point of showing people that if we're using these tools, we're using them responsibly, ethically, and in a way that it doesn't take away our voice, then we're going to help move this in the right direction. The fact that people can be deceived doesn't mean they want to be deceived.
Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
Now here's meteorologist Devin Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Janessa, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Experience a Quality Automotive difference. Reliable service and expert care that you can depend on. Call us to schedule your next appointment, 922-2043. Already, that small craft advisory is posted until 7 p.m. this evening along the coast as we're watching for some active surf along the coast, and that surf is starting to pick up, just 3 to 4 foot wave heights. There it is right there, and farther off towards the north and east, you can see by the contours it is picking up, and farther out towards sea, 6, 7, even up to 9 feet being observed right now in those areas. Meanwhile, on land, just a little bit of snow being observed this morning, tracking from the southwest and going toward the north and east. This will be getting out of here, and we'll have a mixture of clouds and sunshine in our backyard as we do move forward. Today, as we do zoom things out, there's that little bit of energy right there. Bigger system to the south. This will be leaving us alone, and we will be looking nice as we do move forward over the next few days, counting today. But then as we do move forward in time, especially as we head towards Saturday afternoon, a mixture of rain and snow on the way. Accumulations very minimal, if anything at best, but just something to note as we do move forward. Isobars, excuse me, will be stacked as well, so you may notice that as we do move forward. So otherwise for today, again, not looking too bad. We'll be in the middle 30s under a partly cloudy sky. It will be breezy as well, with that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Overnight, okay, 3 degrees under a mostly clear sky. The winds will be backing off. They will be out of the northwest at about 5 miles per hour. And then we move ahead towards your Friday. Not too bad. Lower 30s under a partly cloudy sky. The winds not too bad either. They will be out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out that extended forecast brought to you by Quality Automotive and Brewer. Rain and snow chances for your Saturday, with highs in the low 40s and then upper 20s for your Sunday, with a chance for snow showers. Mostly sunny for your Monday, with highs in the low 20s.
When Maine winter bites, nothing matters more than keeping your family warm. The solution is simple: a high-efficiency heat pump installed by Valley Home Services. It's the quiet, reliable warmth you need all season long. At Valley Home, we're your elite Fujitsu dealer, ensuring expert installation that delivers consistent comfort and maximizes your energy savings. And we make it easy to switch to efficiency heating and qualify for those valuable Efficiency Maine rebates. Stay perfectly warm without the high cost. For a warm, worry-free winter, trust the local experts. Valley Home Services. Winter warmth is waiting. Call us today.
Downey's Community Hospital and Calais Community Hospital are wishing the Machias boys basketball team the best of luck at the state championships. Your hard work, heart, and teamwork have made us all proud. Go Bulldogs! Bring home that title.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop, located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Nashville left in, let's clear a path.
911 Nashville is heating up with all new episodes. Don't miss a single second. 911 Nashville, tonight on BBC.
It was a scary experience for a pair of drivers in Omaha, Nebraska. Take a look at this video. They had just pulled up to a traffic light when the ground gave way beneath their vehicles. Officials say Tuesday's sinkhole was caused by leaking water pipes beneath the roadway. A camera at the University of Nebraska captured the event. Both drivers managed to climb free and no injuries are reported. That area is now closed to traffic as crews work to repair the damage.
How scary would that be?
Imagine sitting there and all of a sudden,
no.
Boy, oh
Very
boy, oh boy.
Scary. Well, there was a disruption on the New York State Thruway on Monday morning, at least for drivers near Buffalo. That's because 2 cows made their way onto the thruway.
All right, we're going to have to show you that one during the next hour on Fox 22 because we're out of time. Have a great day.